Why have these stocks all of a sudden taken off? What is happening in this moment that's changed things?
That's right, Kelly. Branson is supposed to be the first one to go, but the excitement around this has been kind of coming up for a while here. And so when you have only a very few number of pure play stocks that are in the space sector, and you have so much private investment in the last decade, it really drives a lot of excitement and speculation into this name. And what you've seen in the last 3 months is pretty incredible, especially on a company that reported $800,000 of revenue in its Q3 report in November. So it's very clearly on speculation and what could be coming in the technology of the future.
I didn't even know we had a space reporter, Michael, but it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Tyler.
It really is, and I got an idea for you. You should have a column and call it Sheetz Creek, okay?
Oh, there you go.
That's pretty good.
We also have Sheetz in Space. So
Sheetz in Space.
Combo the two.
I like that. All right, now let me ask you this. How is this company ever going to make money? And how much are they going to have to charge for a seat, Sheetz?
So they're going to have to charge, they did charge about $250,000 for about 603 customers so far that have reservations.
They've reserved flights.
So they have flights reserved.
On a unit that's never flown. Well, it's flown, but...
It's flown, and they've flown 5 astronauts in 2 flights last year. Their goal is to really get a couple of test flights done this year and then get Branson on that first flight. That's really the, if you will, the grand opening of their commercial operations. Then they have that backlog of customers they have to get through, but also they've reported that they have around 3,500 expressions of interest is a really key phrase that they're using for future reservations. And they've said before that they are planning to reopen those reservations later this year. So you'll really get a better picture when they report their fourth quarter earnings coming up next Tuesday.
I mean, so much of this does remind you of Tesla in a way, with the reservations for the next generation of cars coming out, and in this case, for those future rides. Kate, and to Michael's point, there's not a lot of other vehicles if you want to trade space. You know, SpaceX is owned by Tesla, might be part of why that has also been such a good story this year, but that might help explain why people are piling in to this name, right? And do we know, are they, the youngest of the investors, or are investors of all stripes piling in here?
That's so true. Great question, Kelly. So Fidelity and TD Ameritrade don't really break out their demographics. We do know SoFi is mostly millennial, and there's ways to sort of track Robinhood through certain websites, although they won't confirm that those numbers are accurate. But you see that same retail interest in names like Tesla. But you can also look at some qualitative factors, which including, Google search is one example. So if you look at sort of the trend of what people are searching for, we saw it with Tesla last week. If you typed in Tesla on Google, it would pop up as should I buy Tesla? And this week with Virgin Galactic, you saw sort of the trend on Friday at least really spike. So you can look at some of those other factors. Also, Reddit and Twitter are good signals of sort of what the younger generation is either searching for, and in this case, trading.
When is Branson going up, Michael? As you know,
he is a brave guy. He puts
is he not? I mean,
he puts himself where his money is.
Right,
I mean, right?
It really does, and they say that he will go up later this year. Now, granted, they just moved the spacecraft from their testing bed in California's Mojave Desert to the operations facility in New Mexico. So now they have to perform a couple more tests out there in New Mexico, including some more rocket-powered flights. So that'll take a couple of months at least, and we'll see what time exactly. Perhaps we could get some clarity in the fourth quarter call on when they see that first flight happening.
Does this craft actually go into orbit, or is it near Earth orbit?
So it's suborbital. You're absolutely correct in saying that. It goes to an altitude of a little over 80 kilometers above the Earth, but it's enough to experience zero gravity for about 10 minutes. So that's what you're getting out of this experience.
I'd like that.